Today, the pristine waters that surround the Hawaiian Islands continue to provide a haven for the little humuhumu nuku apua'a, Hawaii's official state fish, as well as a magnificent variety of colorful, unusual, endemic, and in some instances, even endangered marine life. Each of these creatures is unique and plays an integral part in nature's delicate balance of this paradise below the surface of the sea. Swarming marine life backdropped by dramatic underwater topography created by volcanic lava formations helped the Hawaiian Islands stand out as one of the most sought-after dive destinations in the world. Tropical Hawaii's crystal clear equatorial waters with an average temperature of 76 degrees Fahrenheit and visibility of more than 100 feet create a sense of aquarium perfection, setting the ideal stage for observation, exploration, and adventure. Thousands of recreational divers are lured to our Hawaiian Islands each year, experiencing not only the intrinsic beauty of the sea, but sensing the intricate fabric and balance of life by which one creature is linked with another. Venture into the buoyant tropical waters of Hawaii, and a living museum awaits you. From sun-warmed shallows of protected shoreline areas, easily explored with only mask, snorkel, and fins, to deep blue ocean scuba depths, divers experience a kaleidoscope of color and vibrant activity in the unique coral reefs, or kohola, that ring these islands. Coral reefs, basic to the complex balance of underwater sea life, provide the foundation for all life forms in the reef waters of Hawaii. Every part of the reef has its inhabitants. Shallow reef beds teeming with curious and almost tame-like sea creatures. Most marine life found in tropical reefs are friendly and easily interact with man, swimming and sharing their watery world without fear of divers. Some marine creatures, however, can be dangerous when disturbed by intruders. For this reason, diving with professional guides ensures the safety of divers unfamiliar with Hawaiian reef waters, as well as affording the protection of Hawaii's fragile marine life. These divers are knowledgeable of their surroundings and have patiently developed a rapport with their marine friends. The moray eel, or puhiao, though not considered aggressive, will defend itself. Biting with his razor-like teeth is his only protection. The octopus, or he'e, is abundant in the shallow Hawaiian reef waters and a common sight to divers in all depths. This harmless invertebrate, when threatened, instinctively squirts large amounts of a black ink-like substance through the water, which acts as an effective smokescreen, confusing its attacker while it attempts to flee to safety. Another intriguing marine creature is the pufferfish, or akeke. Its name reflects the unique defense tactic or strategy by which this harmless fish discourages predators. Puffing up its body to several times its normal size makes the akeke appear larger and less desirable as an edible item to a hungry predator.
Nothing really bothers me when I'm down here alone. I travel at my leisure, the 7 seas I roam. Don't care about nothing from nobody, I just make myself at home. It's Jack, that old sea turtle, I swim alone.
Interacting with Hawaii's marine life can be exciting and rewarding as an educational experience. In many instances, however, certain sea life forms are easily disturbed, even threatened by man, like the endangered Hawaiian green sea turtle, the honu. We must realize that though Hawaiian divers encounter many numbers of immature sea turtles, today the entire population of this ancient species depends on less than 750 adult females. Now in danger of extinction, these serene and stately creatures are protected by law from harassment in any way. Though it is difficult to resist touching or riding these graceful giants, in our new awareness, we must be caring and respectful by enjoying these incredible creatures from a distance. The offshore waters that surround the islands contain a variety of exciting and unusual deep-water boat dives. Though mostly known for the spectacular natural terrain, Hawaiian waters also feature a fleet of ghostly wreckage scattered across the reef floors of many of the islands. Planes, ships, subs, and other derelict remains sent to their watery graves have created artificial reefs. With the propeller still attached to the fuselage, this World War II relic remains intact. Intercepted by fate, this Corsair now rests on a sandy floor about 1.5 miles off the coast of Oahu in depths of over 100 feet. Goatfish, or kumu, school in these deeper depths and swarm the wreck. Crustaceans, coral, and algae have formed on the surface of the plain, creating an artificial reef and a home to a community of tropical fish. Sunken wreck diving is abundant in Hawaii. The mahi, another World War II relic, was originally a minesweeper for the Navy. This 165-foot, 600-ton vessel was later converted to an oceanographic research ship used by the University of Hawaii. In 1982, the mahi was determined unseaworthy, and with the encouragement of local dive professionals, it became the state's first planned artificial reef when it was purposely sunk in the waters off the west side of the island of Oahu. Today, this submerged historic vessel rests upright and intact, providing divers the thrill of exploring the corridors and chambers of this haunting relic. Significant coral growth and multi-hued encrusting sponges have already begun to cover the mahi's hull, decks, and superstructure, transforming the vessel into a thriving underwater community. The mahi is one of the most popular and accessible wreck dives in the state of Hawaii. Hawaii's undersea world offers divers a unique underwater adventure. It is a world teeming with a tremendous variety of fantastic marine life, of natural coral reefs, of historical World War II wreck diving reefs, and of man-made artificial reefs. However, these waters are mostly renowned for the natural dive locations created by ancient volcanic lava flows. Awesome rock formations offer spectacular geological features found nowhere else in the world, making underwater exploration here an exciting experience. The waters off the island of Lanai boast one of the most unique watery scenes in the Hawaiian Islands. Pinnacles of coral-encrusted rock loom 70 feet above the sandy floor, reaching toward openings just 20 feet beneath the surface, appearing like cathedral church spires. Streams of sunlight filter through the rocky ceiling, penetrating the deep blue darkness of huge grottos, reminiscent of cathedral windows, prompting the name for this dive location called Cathedrals, an incredible work of nature. A series of archways, tubes, and interconnecting passageways open into large, dramatic underwater caves. Unique to Hawaii's underwater terrain are its many well-defined ledges offering another dramatic topographical feature. One of the most popular of these ledges, referred to as drop-offs, is found off Molokai Island. A steep wall plummets to waters over 200 feet deep and bustles with tame raccoon butterfly fish, or kika kapu, and other abundant reef life, such as the crevel, or ulua, which is a highly prized food fish of Hawaiian Islanders. A mile and a half off the north shore of Kauai, which is the oldest of the Hawaiian Islands, divers will discover another tropical reef 60 feet beneath the surface. In this rugged territory, it is common to encounter unusual rockfish that resemble their crusty rock domain. Explore coral-covered ledges, rock pinnacles, and valleys over 140 feet deep, and you may catch a glimpse of unusual fish such as these morwongs as they appear and disappear among the rocks and crevices. Here, divers will find an abundance of beautiful cup coral, unique in form and displaying a brilliant range of colors. Here also, divers can explore in gardens of the rare and sought-after black coral trees, known by Hawaiians as e kaha kumoana. But the black coral thrives in the deeper, protected areas of this superior dive location, accessible only by boat. The Hawaiian Islands are known for their outstanding beauty and natural wonders. Few people realize that below the surface of the ocean, the scenic beauty and the archaeological and ecological importance of this Hawaiian paradise is enhanced and magnified. It is now known that coral reefs, or kohola, like these vast marine parks, are important to our Earth's life support. These reefs are a microcosm of life on Earth. Thousands of species living together all depend on plants called plankton that live within the coral. Half of the oxygen breathed by the animals of the Earth passes through these gardens of the sea. 2/3 of our world is covered with water, and the fate of life on land and in the sea is bound by the well-being of these underwater ecosystems. Protection and preservation of natural habitats, of unique marine life, and of distinctive geological features of Hawaiian waters has resulted in the establishment of marine conservation parks. This underwater world becomes a classroom in which we gain a greater understanding and knowledge of man's relationship to the sea. Tuna, called ahi in Hawaii, are a tremendous food source to man. They swim along the surface of deeper waters and can migrate over 200 miles a day. Ahi often school with dolphin, or lapa-lapa. The dolphin most often encountered in Hawaiian waters is the spinner dolphin. These gregarious creatures are usually spotted in large numbers frolicking along the ocean's surface. Here in this unique film footage, we've captured this rare glimpse of spinners mating in their natural habitat. Dolphins are the only marine animals that will leave their natural environment to observe and interact with people. Man has only begun to understand the intelligence of these extraordinary mammals. It would be impossible to confine in a research aquarium the largest of the cetaceans or fish-like mammals, the great whales, called kohola by the Hawaiians. We must pursue the study of the largest creatures of the sea in their own territory as they roam the vast ocean. Though actual population is extremely difficult to determine, it is believed that prior to exploitation by the whaling industry in the early 1900s, the humpback whales numbered close to 15,000. Today, there are probably not more than 2,000 humpbacks in the entire northern Pacific. Each winter, several hundred of these gentle giants migrate from their feeding grounds of the North Pacific polar waters to the warm equatorial waters of the Hawaiian Islands, where they come to breed and calve their young. Their graceful swimming maneuvers are accompanied by what scientists refer to as whale songs. These songs, rich in whale vocabulary, are a long series of musical phrases repeated in sequence over intervals of more than half an hour. By studying the reverberating songs of these great whales, science developed the sonar technology to map the ocean floor. How much more might we learn from these gentle giants of the sea, who were nearly eradicated by mankind's insensitivity and greed? Virtually unchanged for 15 million years, the Hawaiian monk seal, called Ilio holoikawawa in the Hawaiian language, is now facing extinction. In the year 2000, these living fossils could become only a memory unless their current population of a mere 500 is protected and perpetuated. A major cause of the decline of the Hawaiian monk seal population is human disturbance of its breeding grounds. Even with annual pupping of approximately 150 to 175 pups, the reproductive rate for this species is low when compared to other species of seals and sea lions. Today, their only predator is the shark, mano. However, this docile white-tipped shark, common to Hawaiian waters, is no real threat to the monk seal or to man. Man is this sensitive creature's worst enemy. The slightest interference can detrimentally alter monk seals' natural behavior. Their only habitat, the isolated northwestern Hawaiian islands and atolls, which stretch 1,200 miles northwestward from the northernmost populated island of Ni'ihau to Kure Atoll, are now designated as critical habitat, a national wildlife refuge intended to keep the ecosystems as free as possible from disturbance. It is yet unknown whether our new awareness and conservation measures will save this helpless monk seal from extinction. Legend tells us that the pig god Kamoamoa delighted in exploring the sea and finally chose to live his life there as the Humuhumu Nukunuku Apua'a. The extraordinary marine life and astounding beauty within the waters of ancient Hawaii endure today. As man follows his nature to explore new frontiers, it is imperative that we move gently into this submerged universe, so delicately balanced with our world above the surface. In our knowledge, we must become caretakers of this mysterious world, knowing that extinction is a loss. that lasts forever.
That's the Hawaiian. Whoops.